Welcome to episode 10 of Generation 3 of the Perfect Genetics Challenge. Little Clara has come down to the basement to do her homework. She's only recently aged up to child, and this is her first homework. How exciting. And there is Coco the cat. She's come in to check on little Clara. Clara's older cousin, Barry, has stopped off on his way home from school to do his homework. Barry likes to do his homework before he gets home. He always seems to stop off somewhere to do it. And now he has finished this day's homework. He is a genius, but still you'd think he would go home to do his homework, but he doesn't. He's sitting just near the school to do his homework. The school has quite a large playground and a parking lot, but just behind the school they had a playground with lots of markings on the ground, and I've added playground equipment to those markings. I haven't visited the school during school hours yet to see if the children actually use them or not. Here we are. Barry's come home. He took his imaginary friend doll out of his pocket and placed it on the floor, and it's become live. Now they can work on it becoming real. Barry has made 2 imaginary friend metamorphism potions. He's got them both in his pocket. He only needs one of them. Before he can use it, he and his imaginary friend are going to have to become best friends. And at the moment, I think they're just friends. They might just be friends. It's going to take a while and a lot of work, but they will do it. They're going to be doing a lot of talking and telling of stories and playing of games, but we won't have to watch them all of the way through it. They got into playing a game of rock, paper, scissors. That was fun. It helps if your toddler interacts with their doll and they become good friends even before they become children. It just makes this process so much faster. After they enjoyed their game of rock, paper, scissors, Barry decided he wanted to tell a ghost story. So let's watch a little bit of the ghost story. The lights have gone out. It's got to be dark and appropriately spooky for a ghost story. Snuggle. Let's hope Snuggles enjoys the story. Barry is the eldest of Donna's 3 children. He's got 2 younger sisters. They are Diane and Colleen. And so far, none of them have got their mother's pink hair and pink eyes. So she doesn't have an heir yet. And there she is. That's Donna, and she's pregnant. We're hoping that the next baby, when it ages up to toddler, we will see pink hair and pink eyes. There are other children and toddlers in the household. They belong to Donna's uncle Oliver and his wife Poppy. They will be moving to Vice City, probably in the next episode, not this one. That ghost story went on for a really long time, but we didn't watch all of it. But it was worth it because it did the job. At the end of that ghost story, Snuggles was ready to drink the potion. So they were best of friends, and Barry offered Snuggles the potion, and Snuggles took it and drank it and became real. After having done this process countless times, I've discovered that the gender of the real version of any imaginary friend is random. If the game crashes after the imaginary friend becomes real, when you reopen and you go through the process of drinking the potion and turning real again, it is usually a different gender from what it was just before the crash. So this one became a little girl. The initial of their original name is S, so I named her Susan and took her into Create a Sim and changed her appearance totally. And here she is now working on her childhood cooking skill at the toy oven. And that Sim that you can see through the kitchen archway there is Eunice. And Eunice's twin brother Damien Colleen is standing in front of the all-in-one bathroom just behind little Susan. And there's a pair of toddlers in the playpen. That is little Phil and Colleen. Colleen has got fair hair. It's sort of blue and pink, her hair. You can't really tell from here. And the other one is little Phil. He is the son of Oliver and Poppy. And Colleen is the daughter of our heir and her husband, Donna and Clark. And here is Oliver. He's come to teach his baby son, Phil, to walk. I think we will leave Oliver and Phil here. Oliver teaching Phil how to walk. We don't need to watch the whole process. We will be sure that Phil will learn to walk. He's got to do all of his toddler skills and read his toddler books before he can age up to child.
Oh, chica nubu.
That was Barry just walked through the picture. He must be trying to get himself a book out of the bookcase. And little Colleen in the playpen, she is learning her logic skill while she plays with the abacus. And she's inherited her hair colour from her grandfather Bill. And that tapping you can hear in the background, that is Connor. He's in the kitchen with a hammer upgrading the stove to better cooking. He's got to stop now though because it's time for school and he does not want to miss the bus. Maybe he'll get it finished before he has to run to catch the bus, but looks like little Diane did miss the bus and she has had to ride her bicycle to school. But she got there almost in time. She wasn't too late. I enjoyed having a little look around the school while here, and I was surprised to see how much stuff you can see inside through the windows. Can't see any children though, just lots of books and desks and things. I like that school building. And you can see where I placed all of the playground equipment in that area just behind the school. That afternoon, all of the teenagers had a visit to the graveyard. That school seems to send them to the graveyard for a visit quite regularly. Don't know why they don't go somewhere else occasionally, but they are getting quite a collection of those magic light lamps. Donna's got one and Damien's got one. I haven't checked about the others yet. It's Connor going into the mausoleum, followed closely by Eunice. Back at home, here's Donna. By the way she's walking, it looks like that baby might be due soon. In the playroom, the toddlers are working on their skills. Little Colleen is the youngest, so she isn't quite as advanced as Phil. He has moved on to reading his toddler books, and she's still learning the peg box. Little Colleen's father, Clark, is fishing at the nearby waterhole, and the family dog, Bindi, has discovered a dog dig spot, and he's decided to dig it to see if he can find anything. And once he's finished digging in his dog dig spot, he's off to sniff out another collectible. He's already found 3 of the 4 collectibles that dogs can reconstruct, but he's still got to find the dinosaur. And he's finished digging, and now he's off to sniff out another collectible. He's been looking for that last part of the dinosaur for ages now. It's being very elusive. Later that afternoon, the teens are home from school and here they are doing their homework. That is Damien sitting on the chair and his imaginary friend made real, Connor, is sitting on the ground. They're pretty good with doing their homework. They usually get it done automatically as soon as they come home from school. The toddlers are still busy in the playroom. It looks like little Colleen has almost learned the peg box. She'll be able to start reading her toddler books shortly. And little Phil's working through that book. It's nearly finished reading it as well. You can tell by looking at the bars above their heads. There, he's finished the book. Better get him another one to read. Now here we are with little Diane and Susan are sitting on the floor doing their homework, and Clara is sitting on the chair beside Barry. And of course Barry did his homework on his way home from school as usual. He doesn't wait to get home to get his homework done. He's very keen. While they were at school, I saw a message saying that little Diane's imaginary friend doll wanted to come out to play. But I left it where it was while they were at school. But when they came home, I waited until they had finished their homework. And then I pulled it out of her pocket and put it on the floor near where she was sitting. And it suddenly became live immediately, automatically, all by itself. I didn't have to do anything to make that happen. Usually, I pull them out and I use a mod to make them go live, but this one was all ready to go. She must have been playing with it and talking to it and making really good friends with it while it was still a doll. I think she's still going to have to work hard, though, to get it to drink that potion. She hasn't made any potions yet. Barry's got a spare imaginary friend metamorphism potion in his pocket, so maybe he will let her have that one. But along with all of the other children, Diane will still have to learn to make all of the 10 potions that they can make on the chemistry table and improve her logic skill in the process. But she's making friends with her doll now while it's live. Damien keeps running across. I don't know what's going on with him. Just for your information, this is the stage where the imaginary friend is living in the homeless Sims household, and it will stay there until it is finally made real. And once it is a real child, its portrait will appear on the left of the screen in the portrait panel, and it will be one more member of this household, because it hasn't joined the household yet. It's got to drink the potion and become real, and then it will suddenly appear as a member of the household on the panels at the left of the screen. This house is getting a little bit populated. I like to get the imaginary friends real as soon as possible once their owners become a child, because they will then be children and have to do all of the child skills and learn all of the same skills that their owner has had to learn. And the sooner that gets done, the sooner they can both age up to teen. Another thing about them when they are live but not yet real, they are the child's imaginary friend, and they're only visible when the child is the active sim, and none of the other sims can see it. It's just invisible to everybody but the child. So if you're looking for the imaginary friend and it's been made live but it's not real yet, the owner has to be the active sim for you to be able to see it. And Diane's parents are our heir, Donna, and her husband, Clark. We were hoping she would have the pink hair and eyes so she could become the heir for Generation 4, but she didn't. She got her own coloured eyes and hair, and she's not going to be the heir. When she grows up, she'll just move out to live in another world somewhere. She's inherited her great-grandfather's green skin, and Diane's grandmother, Cindy, also had Don's green skin. And as for her hair colour, seems to me a mixture of her mother's pink hair and her father's yellow hair. So far she's got 2 siblings. Her older brother is Barry and her younger sister is a toddler, Colleen. And we've been learning her peg box skill. And Colleen has inherited their grandfather Bill's hair colour, and she seems to have his pink skin as well. I think Donna might have Bill's pink skin too. For game of rock, paper, scissors. with her imaginary friend. This is building their friendship. She's got to do quite a lot of friendship building here before they can become best friends, and they have to be best friends before the imaginary friend will take the potion and drink it. Got to build a bit of trust there, I think. Diane's gone down to the basement to start working on the chemistry table, to start discovering potions. She's already learned some logic skill from playing with the abacus in the playpen, but now that she's a child, she can learn logic by working on the chemistry table or reading a logic book. She's accompanied by her loyal imaginary friend, who will just stand there patiently while she works hard to learn her logic skill as she works to discover the potions. She's got 10 to discover at this point, so it's going to be a while. And of course, that imaginary friend will have to start discovering the potions as well when it's made real. Oh, so Connor's gone up to the greenhouse, have a play in the sprinkler. It's winter at my place, and that just makes me shiver seeing him in that sprinkler. But I suppose if you are in the middle of a hot summer, you'll think it looks absolutely divine. It looks like there's heaps of room in the greenhouse to plant more seeds, but I'm not really game to put too much in there because it might slow the game down so much. I've got the house really overstuffed with Sims. I'd rather have more Sims than a massive garden. And there's Damien. He is the one that's totally addicted to playing in sprinklers. That's Diane, just discovered her very first potion. That didn't take long. I've noticed that if they've got some logic skill, the potion discovery does tend to go a bit faster. So it helps to play in the playpen for a while as a toddler and use that abacus to improve the logic if you want to discover potions quickly. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it does seem to help a bit. And Donna and Clark just had a mad dash to the hospital in the middle of the night. The baby is coming. I wonder if this one will be an heir. Be another little baby brother or sister for Diane and Barry and Colleen. It's a boy. I named him Peter. I know it's not a very original name, but I liked that name and it popped into my head. And you know the story. I never have a name prepared before the birth. Well, I also forgot that he could be an heir, so I gave him a couple of traits. He got brave and friendly. And then I remembered I wasn't supposed to do that, so I went in with Master Controller, the mod, and I deleted his traits. And then I got the mod to generate some random traits, and it gave him brave and disciplined. So he might just turn out to be a really great space rock breaker. They make lots of gems. And back at home, this romance does seem to be hanging on, so I thought I'd give it a bit of a push. They're still making friends. He's obviously been under the sprinkler and now he's just got his swimmers on. But they're still chatting and getting more friendly. They've got to go to school soon, so they don't have... Oh, they're having a fight. Yeah, they don't have a lot of time here this morning. There's a school bus going to be arriving very quickly. And they can't be late for school. But there's a dance floor there, so maybe they can do a bit of slow dancing before school. He has a wish to pillow fight with her and she wants to kiss him for the first time. So now they're going to have a little slow dance, add a bit of romance to their world just before they rush off to school. They both used to have a wish to kiss the other one for the first time, but they lost those wishes when I deactivated the household and went across the road to play with Bill and Cindy and Don and Olivia for a few minutes. But she's got the wish to kiss him for the first time again, and now he just wants to pillow fight with her, but that's sort of leading up to something more romantic. Now this video is going to be a bit shorter than usual. It's only going to run for less than 20 minutes. I usually go for 30. So it's about to end now. I'm thinking most people only watch it for 5 or 10 minutes. So I thought I'd try to limit the length of the videos to maybe 10 or 15 minutes from now on and see if that helps. Here is Diane sleeping in her bed and her doll is waiting for her to wake up. It's still live. It just sits beside her bed while she's sleeping. And poor Donna, she's just lost another stone stone sculpture. She's getting a bit down in the dumps about that. She's got a gem there she can pick up. If only she could get all those stone sculptures to work, then she would be able to move on to something else. And that science machine that Connor upgraded a while ago is now broken, needs fixing. They're still having a slow dance, but we will see them rush off to school any minute now. So that'll be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and the next one will be a bit shorter still. Bye bye for now. Happy simming, and thank you for watching.